Yo, what is good, YouTube? Krishan checking back in with another video. Let's start this video off with the latest updates of Nick Walker, who is looking full blown. And I usually don't like this front double bicep when Nick extends the midsection, but it actually looks pretty good here. And the caption of this post, Nick Walker said he will not be denied. I think we're in for a treat going into the 2023 Mr. Olympia. We've seen a very confident Nick Walker come in and dominate shows, placed third at the Mr. Olympia, but after placing second at the Arnold, I personally think Nick feels like he has something to prove. And I have heard a few people say that Nick Walker probably won't beat Derek Lunsford, Andrew Jack, or Samson Data in the future because of his structure, but I'm pretty sure if you ask Nick, he'll tell you that none of those guys will ever beat him again. But I think we're in for a very interesting Mr. Olympia. Nick Walker has newfound motivation in placing second at the Arnold, and best believe Samson Data has newfound motivation in winning the Arnold Classic. Samson is probably looking to win that Olympia title this year. And I mean, anything is possible, guys. And switching over to Classic Physique, you guys are currently looking at Chris Bumstead, four-time Olympia champion in the Classic Physique division. And we don't talk about Chris much, and that's because there isn't much to say. This is the standard for the Classic Physique division. Chris has won 4 consecutive Olympia titles, and if you ask me, this guy isn't going to lose until he retires. And with Chris having a full year to work with Honey Rambod, the coach of Heidi Chupin, Derek Lunsford, former coach of Jay Cutler, Phil Heath, all I want to say is I wish the best of luck to everyone competing in the Classic Physique division at the 2023 Mr. Olympia. And switching over to Big Ramy, this image of him from the Arnold Classic has been floating around Instagram, and actually, it's a very good image of Ramy. And I still find it strange that we don't have any high-def photos on NPC News Online. We have pictures from every show. I mean, the Puerto Rico Pro, the Yamamoto Cup in Italy, but we don't have high-def pictures from the Arnold Classic. I think that's very odd. I'm not going to speculate. I'm not going to go into a Ramy rant because I've done enough of that. But while we're on the topic of Big Ramy, he has committed to guest pose at the 2023 Pittsburgh Pro, and I would guess 100% that Ramy's going to be there this year. Shout out to who is the best bodybuilder on Instagram for this image, by the way. We also have Samson Dowda, Derek Lunsford, Hunter Labrada, Rafa Brandao, Nick Walker, and Shaun Clarida. And to my knowledge, Chris Bumstead will not be guest posing. He will just be making an appearance. But let me know in the comment section below, very early, who do you guys think will impress us the most at the 2023 Pittsburgh Pro guest posing? If I had to guess, Nick Walker, Derek Lunsford, Big Ramy, Samson Dowda. Honestly, who knows? All of these guys are probably going to look incredible if all of them can make it there. And anyone that misses this guest posing will feel the wrath of the Manions. Now, switching over to Shaun Clarida, who recently trained with Honey Rambod, if this guy can get his shirt off. I thought this was pretty funny. But Shaun Clarida is not working with Honey Rambod. He's still with Matt Jansen. He's always been a fan of Honey's training style, so he hit him up just to go through a workout. And the fact that Shaun is still improving is very scary for the competition. This guy is 40 years old and is somehow still adding size to his arms. This is what we call elite genetics. But this was a great workout. You guys should go watch the video on Shaun Clarida's Instagram. Hopefully there's a full video on YouTube of Shaun going through the FST7 program. But after seeing this, I can't help but wonder, what could Honey Rambod do with Shaun Clarida's physique? But switching over to Michal Krizo, a guy we haven't talked about in a very long time, Krizo was 12th place at the Mr. Olympia, right behind Ian Valliere. This clip was taken from his latest YouTube video. I'm very excited to see this guy on stage this year. I believe the Olympia was Krizo's 3rd show of the year, so it's possible that he was a little bit tired, but Krizo just has to qualify this year and then go straight into the Mr. Olympia. And of course, Krizo's main focus going into his next show would be to bring better conditioning than what he brought to the Mr. Olympia. This guy does need more hams and glutes, but his size, structure, and the amount of detail he has throughout the pecs, the delts, the arms, even the back is incredible. If Krizo can come in peeled to the bone, missing hamstrings or glutes or not, this guy is going to upset a lot of people. But hopefully we get to see Krizo on a bodybuilding stage sooner than later. Now, switching over to James Hollingshead, who recently posted up an update. In the caption of this post, James said he's probably not going to compete for more than another 2 years, so he's going to give it all he has. And I'm pretty sure everyone's seen this coming. Pretty much after James placed 11th or 12th at the 2021 Mr. Olympia, I feel like his confidence hasn't been the same ever since. But I think sometimes he just gets in his head a little bit too much. I like James as a person and as a bodybuilder. One of the hardest working guys we have in the sport, also one of the strongest. Now switching over to Tonio Burton. He didn't put a timeline on these two images, but if I had to guess, this would be a 1 year difference. Tonio is bigger and also leaner, and he will be competing in the Cali Pro. If I'm not mistaken, we're about 9 or 10 weeks out from that show, and Patrick Moore will also be there. Now, Tonio has competed against Patrick before at the 2021 Legion Sports Fest. Tonio placed 4th, Patrick Moore placed around 10th, if I'm not mistaken. So Tonio should have the edge, but Patrick has improved. It's going to be a good show. Now, switching over to Classic Physique, we have recent updates from Robert Timms. This guy is still posting freaky updates every single day. We have no idea when he's doing a show, but he's already show ready. Looking at his conditioning in these updates that he's posting, take a look at this, guys. Who is this vascular in the IFBB? If you're a guy placing from 5th to 10th at the Classic Physique Olympia, this is a guy you really want to watch out for because he's very capable of being in that top 5, top 6 at the Olympia. Now switching over to Elliott Dermond, possibly the best amateur in bodybuilding right now. I believe Elliott is 5'9", probably around 260, 270 pounds right now. A lot of people think he's going to compete in 212. Now, the last time we talked about Elliott, pretty much everyone said he's blown out his midsection at a very young age. So just my comment to Elliott, because he does watch the channel, just focus on keeping the midsection in check while you're posing in updates on Instagram and especially on stage. But Elliott has an incredible physique, just needs to focus on not growing the midsection as well as keeping it in check. Now let's go ahead and wrap up today's video here with the archive of the day. You guys let me know in the comment section below, who is this bodybuilder? As always, I hope you guys did indeed enjoy this video. If you haven't done so already, be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. I'm Chris from Go Fitness, and that's it. I'm out.